Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast for Tuesday, May 26, 2020. Alright, so today the moon is well set in practical Gemini, so great day still as it was yesterday for doing things like gaining knowledge and information, learning, maybe getting into a bit of the communicative side of our life is great as well. Now in the very later part of the day, especially if you're further west, you may start to feel the moon shifting into Cancer. And so this will place a theme going into tomorrow on more of about emotional security. Good time of connecting to our feelings, getting into a bit of our reflective side, maybe our private life. Things on that emotional level are really good. Especially tomorrow. So we are in the very early phase of the lunar cycle, the crescent phase, so still good to slowly be building some momentum. If there were any insights you've had since around Friday's new moon or new intentions you want to set, could be good to slowly build some momentum with those things. And we are still in a bit of the Mars sextile Uranus energy, so maybe still a great day for mixing some things up, being more of our true self and maybe taking action in a way that maybe outside of our comfort zone or a little bit different than we're used to. All right, so let's take a look at all this here in more detail or return. All right, so here is the sky for this Tuesday. And again, we are using the actual visible sky called True Sidereal Astrology. This does change the signs from mainstream astrology, so if you are new to the channel, definitely check out that link down below for more information. All right, so let's take a look here at the moon's placement, which represents both the theme of the day and also how we're feeling collectively. And so in this case, practical Gemini still, as it was yesterday. Great day for getting in touch with the more mental side of ourself on one level, which is great for gaining knowledge and information, maybe doing some learning, maybe doing some writing, right? Some of this left side of the brain, practical stuff, maybe even dealing with language as well. Great day for communication, synergizing, relating with others, right? How can we get into some of that exchanging energy as well? So with this, we do have the moon slowly shifting into Cancer the very later part of the day. If you're in the west or the further west you are, the more you will feel this Cancer energy in the later part. And Cancer is the more emotional. So where Gemini is the mental, Cancer is about our feelings, creating more of a emotional, secure environment for ourselves and others. So great day for getting in touch with our caring, nurturing, protective side, and maybe spending time in our private life or home, right? Again, things that are more important to us on an intrinsic or emotional level. So with the theme there's no major aspects going exact today, but we are still under the bit of the Mars sextile Uranus influence that we've had the past couple days. So particularly yesterday or the day before, you started to feel a little bit like being more of your true self, maybe being direct, assertive in ways that can be feeling quite freeing. This energy is still certainly available today. So great day for mixing things up, getting outside of our comfort zone a little bit, at least an opening for that here today. Maybe take some action towards some of our visions or ideals for the future, right? This progressive, forward thinking, and freer side of ourself, really good to develop if you do want to cultivate it. The sextiles aren't like trines or squares where we're more forced into it, but certainly available to get into some of that progressive, eccentric, more of the true self when we are taking action and cultivating our personal needs. All right, so along with this, on a very minor note, we do have the moon trining up to Neptune. So there is some receptivity today. We might be a little bit more attuned to the flows of life, or a little bit more receptive, a little more accepting, maybe compassionate, understanding. Some good water energy, right? Receptive energy, certainly supportive here today. And in that later part, as we do go into tomorrow, we will start to have the moon opposite these collective planets that have been creating this restructuring this year, and also this transformation of our perceptions on things. And so in this case, with the moon in Gemini and the slow movers in Sagittarius, good to find the balance between our more free-spirited life and our practical life, right? So as our perceptions are changing and we are seeing things from different perspectives this year, how can we balance that more expansive stuff with the more practical stuff today, as again the theme will be placed around that practicality with Gemini. All right, and then as a recap here, we do of course have this whole lunar cycle started in Taurus, So if there were new intentions that you've had since Friday or new things you've noticed since then, it is a great part of the week to slowly build some momentum with some of these things as we are in the crescent phase of the cycle. And what some of these things might be about in the monthly sense might be about cultivating greater inner and outer resources with Taurus, cultivating our inner strength, resourcefulness, and also focusing on the external world of the material values, right? Nature, beauty, aesthetics, comforts, right? Great to cultivate both those inner and outer resources. But good to be flexible with all this because, of course, Venus is retrograde and she rules Taurus. She's in Taurus. So our values are going through this reworking process. So good to kind of go back and see what are our values that maybe recently we've not enjoyed or not had. Then now we can kind of go back and re-explore and experiment with, right? So great time of experimenting with the natural world and with our values, and maybe also with relationships, as Venus can sometimes symbolize that. Mercury is finishing up Taurus, but still well placed there as well. Again, creating a lot of earth energy in the monthly sense. And that Mars is in progressive Aquarius, so adding to that Uranus energy we were talking about. Great day still, as it has been, for seeing the more future and innovative side of what we want, right? Mars in Aquarius is the eccentric side of ourself. When we're taking action, we're probably willing to do it in a way that's a little bit more of our true self, our eccentricities, maybe challenging the status quo a little bit, right? Progressive energy, certainly very much available here today. All right, everyone. But yeah, so that's the most important stuff. But the most general thing for the day is that we do have the moon finishing practical Gemini. So great for that, learning, practical life, maybe bringing in a bit of flexibility, adaptability with things, and then the later part getting into more of that emotional, protective side of ourselves with Cancer. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that like button if you haven't yet. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more daily videos, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the next daily forecast. Take care.